Brooklyn, the home of the Nets in a fine Eastern Conference affair here at Barclays Center. Only one game away from New York here. The Knicks will be back home for the next one.
I guarantee you what, guys, the adrenaline is already flowing on both sides. A rivalry matchup like this means a little more to the players than just any other game.
And not just the players, Greg. How about the fans, too? I mean, they get into this thing as well. We've got an electric atmosphere in here, just like it always is when these two teams square off. It should be a good one, and I'm glad to be right in the middle of it.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Gordon is out there with Ellis. Then it's McDermott. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Fareed in at the 4. Clock at 6. Payton drives in. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
And here is Payton. He dishes it to Millsap. Shoots it up. No good off the front iron.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
Now here's Cousins. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. On the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history, and Clark, he called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time, so look for him to bounce back in the years going forward. You know, when you look at DeMarcus Cousins, he's clearly one of the more talented and also one of the most emotional players in the game. He's also one of the most teed up.
Now here's Payton. And it's blocked by Gordon. Ellis with it. Screened by Cousins. And it's Ellis penetrating. A 3-ball. The shot is off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Yeah, talking about Cousins' top 5 in technical fouls in each of his first 5 seasons. Among other things, that's given away a ton of free points, guys, to the opposition.
Yeah, DeMarcus is working hard to control that temper, and he knows it's important for the team. But it's hard to plug a volcano.
On defense, Brooklyn. Ellis kicks to McDermott. And it's Ellis penetrating. Thompson against Gordon. Fareed left side. And that one's on target from the wing. Fareed's got his first 2 points. Payton left side. Millsap a screen on the wing. Thompson. Gordon against Payton. Payton can't get that one to fall.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Ellis kicks to Fareed. McDermott, no one around him. Off target with his 3. Brooklyn trailing. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Payton kicks to Millsap. Goes up the baseline. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Ellis dishes to Gordon. He kicks to Fareed. Poked loose. And stolen by Payton. Off they go on a 3-on-1 play. Thompson passes to Carroll. Millsap left side. Shoots a fader. And he gets it to go. Millsap's got his second bucket.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Ellis kicks to McDermott. Launches a 3. Well, if you name an offensive stat category, the Knicks last season probably last in that category. All-around problems, Greg, for them scoring the ball.
Yeah, we may have to give them a new nickname, last. How about last in fast break points, last in points in the paint, last in points per game, and then throw in bottom 3 in shooting percentage, and that spells a business.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Well, it was a slow start to his rookie year for Payton, but it came along very strong.
Yeah, it looked really good for the Magic down the stretch. Even recorded his first triple-double. I think there will be more of those in history.
So for the Knicks, Anderson, he's checked in for Reed. Alinari comes in for McDermott. And it's Mayo in for Gordon. Now here's Ellis. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Good on the shot.
And guys, for Payton, so many were talking him up as the best point guard of the class early. But it's never easy to adjust to the NBA speed. And it just took him a little bit of time.
It's Millsap with the drive. Out to Payton. Shot clock at 2. No luck.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Outside Mayo. The dish out to Cousins. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively. And guys, I think the next big step for Elfrid Payton is going to be getting his shot right. I mean, he has the tools to be an impact guard, but it's hard to create when you can't keep teams honest from deep.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Ellis outside. Kicks to Anderson. The 3. The shot misses. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Payton dishes to Thompson. Back to Payton. On the wing, Thompson. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 4 assists now tonight.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Now here's Ellis. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Gallinari wide open. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Payton again. Ellis. Payton outside. To the inside. Out to Thompson. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
They set the screen. Here's Cousins. And that one is hammered home.
Whoa, whoa. That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could stay out of trouble. Many doubted that, he could, but he has stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, going back 5 years ago, a beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point, but Cousins has proved him and others wrong.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Channing Fries checked in for Millsap. And it's Bryant in for Payton. Kufis checked in for New York. Nash comes in for Monte Ellis.
And with that Cousins story about the writer, Cousins actually called him out about that failed prediction. I mean, they made amends, however, with the writer eating his words and donating to a charity of Cousins' choice.
And Channing Frye gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Hibbert. Dunleavy comes in for Damari Carroll. And it's C.J. Miles in for Thompson. Now here's Mayo. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
Yeah, and for Cousins, it's never been a question of talent. I mean, many are glad to see that he's been able to stay focused really for the first stretch of his career.
On the wing, Kobe, guarded by Mayo. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
Last season, Kobe, with some thoughts on the development of U.S. players last season, felt that the AAU system, Clark, was problematic.
And I would not disagree specifically in this regard. Too much focus on playing games and winning versus skill development.
Now, here's Nash. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. To the left wing. Anderson. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist.
And with Kobe, who's just so skilled, that critique holds water. Kobe felt that Europeans came into the league with more of a skill set because they learned how to play the games a little bit more collectively than the American players.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
They set the pick. And here's Gallinari outside. And we reach First quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here. Really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
They've got Kobe. Myers Leonard is out there with Channing Frye. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Dunleavy in the small forward position. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead. Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Beyond the arc. Knicks with the rebound. Nash outside. Anderson outside for the three. Offensive rebound. Brooklyn leading by 9. Bryant passes to Miles. There's a screen. In the corner, it's Dunleavy. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Gallinari with the steal. It's Nash with the drive. Outside Mayo. This one for 3. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. Mayo's got 5.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Nets were the hottest team and story a few years back, certainly. But last season, they were put up for sale, surprisingly to some, Clark, midway through the year.
Yeah, that was odd timing given the new arena and rebranding. I mean, you would think after all that effort to rebuild the team, you would see it through.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action.
And for the Nets being put up for sale, a big part of it was they were a team that was supposed to compete for titles. And since the move to Brooklyn, they have had trouble going deep in the playoffs.
Shot clock at 6. The shot by Bryant, no good. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Hill's checked in. Now here's Nash. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And Anderson kicks to Mayo. Off the pick. And the layup is up and in. Now just a 4-point Nets lead.
And you know, with Brooklyn, I don't think anybody wants to take over a team in a rebuild mode. I mean, that's what the Nets seem to be looking at for the next few seasons. They had their shot, went all in with some of their decisions, unfortunately came up short. He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Nash kicks to Anderson. And he drops it in from the low post. Anderson's got his second basket of the night.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
Pick up by Hill. Bryant dishes to Dunleavy. Back to Kobe. Hill inside. Defended by Kufis. There's the pick. Stolen by Anderson. And here's the fast break. Gallinari leading the way. Outside Mayo. Back to Gallinari. Pass to Kufis. 6 on the shot clock. Nasty move. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Knicks. Hibbert with the screen. And stolen by Mayo. Nash kicks to Mayo. Nash against Payton. Back to Mayo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the baseline. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. And Paul Millsap, guys, the only player to lead the NCAA in rebounding 3 straight seasons back in college. A former second-round pick, was kind of slept on, but now clearly making his mark in the NBA.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Greg, you were talking about Millsap's ferocious rebounding. He battles inside, but Clark, he is so skilled.
Yeah, he's just really a good all-around basketball player. He can pass, handle, step out, and hit the 3. Very, very versatile. He makes an impact on the game a lot of ways.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Now Ellis. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. McDermott passes to Cousins. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Now here's Payton. Thompson outside to end the run. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Nets trailed by 3. Payton dishes to Thompson. Payton drives in. Millsap has the open look. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. 6 points for Paul Millsap. Now the Knicks with it. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Ellis kicks to Gordon. Feeds to Fareed. Mark down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And the Knicks making a change here. Gallinari's checked in. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Payton again. It's Gordon. Now here's Payton. Tight defense on him. Carroll, no one around him. And he's good on the 3 ball. And the Nets lead by 2. Ellis, the pass to Gordon. And Fareed kicks to Ellis. Passes to Cousins. And Hibbert with the block. Hibbert with a screen for Carroll. Hibbert with a screen on Gordon. Thompson dishes to Hibbert. That's good. And it's a 4-point Nets lead.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
New York, no good that time either. So for New York, their last game, a win against the Denver Nuggets.
Well, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
Cousins with the bucket. Brooklyn's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Payton kicks to Thompson. Back to Payton. And it's Carroll in the corner. Knicks with the rebound. Outside Gordon. Pass to Gallinari. Cousins with a screen on Milson. The feed to Cousins. Down low. Here's Fareed. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Thompson.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far to say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
Now here's Payton. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Clock is at 3. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Clark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one off season. I'll tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA. Agreed.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And Miles kicks to Kobe. To the right side. All sorts of time. And it's Miles missing. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. Gallinari in the corner. Launches it. That's good. And the Knicks lead by 2.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Kobe can't hit.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
To the wing right side.
The assist, Monte Ellis. The Nets call timeout.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
And so it's a close game. As we wrap up the first half of basketball, Knicks lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You look at DeMarcus Cousins in this game, he has been everywhere.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kurt Rambis. They've got Kenneth Fareed. Ellis is out there with Gordon. Then it's James Jones. And it's Cousins in at the 5 down low. Now here's Ellis. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 6. Jones, no one around him. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Here's Payton. At the top of the key, Thompson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
And he isn't the biggest body at 6'8", Clark, but Paul Millsap, very effective.
And part of his being underrated and underestimated, I think, is due to that size. But folks are finally starting to come around. That kind of production he's put up will make that happen.
And it's Ellis penetrating. It's Jones on the wing.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Now here's Payton. Dishes it to Thompson. Back to Payton. Shoots. Tries again. But on that shot, with that, the Knicks lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Thompson.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Now here's Cousins. He's got 13. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Here's Payton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. But on that shot, with that, the Knicks lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Paul Millsap. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And Jones has it in the corner. Again, the miss by Jones. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Atlanta Hawks. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. New York calls timeout.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Well, great for Thompson. Last season, an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists. And Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player. Terrific offensive player. Outstanding defensively as well. And what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
A different look for New York. Ryan Anderson. He's checked in for Kenneth Faried. Gallinari comes in for Jones. And it's Mayo in for Gordon. Ellis kicks to Mayo. Screen by Cousins. Back to Mayo. Over to the left wing. Gallinari. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 5th rebound in this one. Thompson outside. Back to Payton. Nets passing it around. The drive by Thompson. Outside Millsap. Gallinari with the steal. It's deflected. Ellis the pass to Mayo. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Tell you what, Monte Ellis is one of the best second-round draft picks of all time in the league, not just the last decade. I mean, this guy was a 5-star recruit out of high school, committed to college, but changed his mind and entered the draft, where the Warriors stole him with the 40th pick in 2005.
Getting back to Monte Ellis. Had he gone to college for even 1 year, I think he would have probably been a top 10 pick. But you look at what he's brought to the table over his career. Points and assists, rebounds, steals, playmaking. His production has been astounding.
You know, he's one of those unsung players. He never gets voted to the all-star game. Never gets spoken about as one of the top guards in this league. But you look at the body of work and you ask his competitors throughout this league, and they're going to tell you that guy's as tough as they get.
2 on the clock. Here's Hibbert. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Ellis kicks to Anderson. Offensive rebound. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent him, GA, from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Knicks making the shot. Payton kicks to Thompson. Can't hit from 12. The Knicks with the lead. Ellis with it. Now Payton defending. Ellis outside. There's the pass to Cousins. Back to Ellis. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Ayo against Thompson. Carroll kicks to Payton. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, the points they've produced off their play in the post have been so valuable for them in this game, guys. I mean, it's been a huge part of what they're doing.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
Kufis checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Ellis outside. There's a good screen. New York needs to get off a shot. Shot's good. Gallinari's got 8 points.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Payton against Mayo. To the middle. Here's Thompson. That's it. And coming off an assist from Payton. And that's 17 points for Klay Thompson. Knicks have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Ellis against Payton. Ellis goes in. Here's Kufis. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Kobe's checked in for Payton. And that one's good by Kobe.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that dish. And last year, the Nets would end right in the middle of the pack in that Atlantic division. Many thought they could try and win it outright, but that slow start to the year didn't make that much of a possibility.
And that one's good. And the Knicks lead by 4. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Millsap a screen. Here's Thompson. Knicks with the rebound. Kufis has got his 3rd rebound on the night. The dish to Gallinari. He feeds it to Anderson. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's New York.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Before getting dinged up, Brian Anderson was rolling. I mean, over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And getting back to Ryan Anderson, in 2012, he won the NBA's Most Improved Player Award. Then, in the summer of that year, he landed an enormous contract in a sign and trade.
Yeah, and that's the good Ryan Anderson. If he can stay healthy, he's a tremendous asset, and he isn't just a shooter. He can get it done on the backboard as well.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Hibbert. Fry comes in for Paul Millsap. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. And it's C.J. Miles in for Thompson. Steve Nash checked in for New York. And Kobe gets it to go.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Now here's Nash. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Dunleavy's shot is off.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
.109 left to play here in the third. Left side Anderson. Gallinari dishes to Kufis. Out to Nash. He dishes it to Gallinari. Back to Nash. The kick out to Mayo. To the middle. Here's Kufis. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Kufis has got the lead up to 6 now for the Knicks. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Out left to the wing. Hill, a screen on Nash. They set the pick. Dunleavy for 3. That's good. Dunleavy's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Gallinari. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Knicks. They lead by 3 and will return shortly. And we're set to start the action up here in the 4th quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. New York leading by 3. Channing Frye out there with Dunleavy. Then there's C.J. Miles. Then there's Kobe. And it's Hill in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Nash. 5 to shoot. A nice shot by Anderson.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
Outside, Kobe. He kicks it to Miles. Here's the screen. And stolen by Nash. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 7-point Knicks lead.
And, Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turned into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
And it's Bryant in the corner. Clock at 4. And that one comes up a bit short. New York leading by 7. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Here's Anderson. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got 4 assists now tonight.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Now here's Kobe. Dunleavy for 3. They get it again. Back to Kobe. From deep, Miles. Kufis grabs the miss. Kufis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. The Knicks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And here's Gallinari outside. That's good. And the Knicks lead by 12.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his 2nd this half.
Dunleavy the pass to Miles. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Now here's Nash. There's a good screen. Takes the 3. Anderson can't get that one to fall. Nets trailed by 9. Leonard sets a screen for Kobe. Outside Leonard for 3. The shot misses. The Knicks go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Nash against Bryant. Nash kicks to Gallinari. Pass to Mayo. Nash outside. Steps back and shoots. Out to Gallinari. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And for Kosta Koufos, Clark, so far he hasn't had that breakout year. He has been kind of in the shadow of Marc Gasol on that front line for Memphis.
Yeah, but he's understood his role, and he's done a nice job. He did start 81 games for Denver a few seasons ago, Kevin, but I think he's very comfortable as a backup. He's one of those guys who's just effective in limited playing stints.
Quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey guys, well, Kurt Rambis had some advice for the team in that last break. It was clear what message he was trying to get across. He said, this lead isn't big enough that we're safe. Not by a long shot. I don't want us sitting back and milking the clock. Play to win. Show some aggression. Guys?
Ellis kicks to Cousins. No good. Great D that time from Hibbert.
And talking about Koufos, he gives you some things you want out of your bigs. Great size and activity, solid rebounds and blocks per minute numbers. We may just need a chance in the right system to show more game.
The Knicks leading by 7. Ellis outside. Kicks it to Cousins. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought.
And, you know, getting back to Koufos, one thing he has to get better at is finishing through contact. He has a really nice touch around the basket, but sometimes contact negates that.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
Now here's Ellis. Pulls up. No good off the back of the rim. And the Nets with possession. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Payton dishes to Thompson. Payton drives in. The open shot. Millsap. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Now just a 2-point Knicks lead.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
And Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took them as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
Now here's Gordon. Here's Cousins. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
You know, the Nets really kind of drifted along for the first part of last season, treaded water, but after the All-Star break, they stepped on the gas, put themselves right back in the playoff picture.
As you mentioned, the Nets were great after the break, had the 3rd best record post-All-Star break in the East.
Yeah, and how about winning 13 of their first 22 after the break? And sometimes with a new coach and system, it takes a while to kind of figure things out. And that seemed to be the case with the Nets last year.
Payton drives in, feeds it to Millsap. Offline with the baseline jumper. The Knicks leading by 4. Screen by Cousins. Carroll against Gordon. Down low. Fareed the pass to Cousins. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Now here's Payton. Thompson for 3. Knicks with the rebound. Cousins has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
The Nets making a switch here. Ryan's checked in. Ellis kicks to Gordon. Here's Cousins. And Hibbert with the block. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here is Bryant. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Now here's Kobe. Passes it to Millsap. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 4 on the clock. 13 feet away. Another shot. That one's in there. The next lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Hibbert.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
New York calls timeout.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
For the Knicks, Anderson, he's checked in for Kenneth Fareed. Alinari comes in for McDermott. And it's Mayo in for Eric Gordon. New York leading by 4. Mayo dishing to Cousins. And Hibbert with the block. Ryan against Mayo. And Bryant kicks to Thompson. Millsap a screen on Ellis. Thompson passes to Carroll. 3-pointer. And on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Bryant.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Now here's Ellis. Pass to Cousins. Back to Ellis. Now Now the feed to Cousins. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 6 assists here tonight.
And they've had him bottled up here in the fourth. Just 2 of 7 from the field.
Here's Kobe. Out to Thompson. From deep three-point range. Kobe can't get that one to fall.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish.
Yes!
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
New York with the ball. Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
Anderson dishes to Gallinari. Lots of room. The rebound by Kobe Bryant. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. New York calls timeout. They're up by 1. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
All right,
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They trailed by 3. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
With this much time remaining, they should be able to get themselves a decent shot at the basket. Still, a contested 3 is never an easy shot.
This would tie it. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. So a close game sees New York take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.